All right, guys, we are back. Are you thinking of expanding your rental property portfolio? Wait, today we're talking about why bigger isn't always better. Hello and welcome to the Mind Renovation Nation show brought to you by Red Maples, your trusted partner for institutional style property management of small multifamily rentals. I am your host, Nathan Bush, and each episode we unpack real life insights from our expansive real estate journey. If you're a trailblazer, thought leader in real estate, an industry expert in real estate, or just a small multifamily investor yourself, I'm going to help you unearth some nuances, some challenges, hopefully open some gold mines in small multifamily real estate. Our mission here is to guide you through market navigation, fine tune your management procedures, and equip you with strategies to boost returns while slashing unnecessary costs. Together, I help you decode some of the essential things to ensure that you're not just in the game, but you're ahead of it. For constant doses of these actionable insights, if small multifamily real estate is your thing, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Or you can head over to www.nathanbushmba.com/subscribe. That's www.nathanbushmba.com/subscribe. And you can explore some resources that are there on that real estate page. You can also find the links on Facebook above, or if you're on YouTube, down below. So check out some of those links, and we're going to dive into the topic today, which is part 4 on the series of misconceptions that real estate investors have that scare me as a property manager. Let's dive into these misconceptions and let's explore some of these things. I do have a question for you, though. Have you ever made an investment move that you later regretted? Maybe not an investment. Let me ask this question from a more decision making standpoint. Have you ever made a decision that you later regretted? What if I told you that it might be because of some common misconceptions that you have? That if we just shatter some of these misconceptions and we break away from these misconceptions, maybe, just maybe, you might actually be a little bit more successful in your real estate investing endeavors. I had a real estate investor a number of years ago that wanted to invest in St. Louis real estate. His properties continued to deteriorate over time. And when we took over management of this particular real estate investor's portfolio with another organization that I had worked for, when we took over management of this real estate investor's portfolio, he didn't want to put any money into the real estate. The real estate continued to deteriorate over time. And the challenge with that is that he had this conception that he was supposed to have passive income and that he was supposed to get rich off of being a real estate investor. And he was unwilling to do some of the very things that it takes in order to be successful in real estate investing. There's a famous quote by Napoleon Hill, and he says this: patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. Patience, persistence, perspiration. I love this quote. And one of the reasons I love this quote is because it brings into combination, number one, alliteration, which everybody loves alliteration. But number two, it brings into perspective for you what it takes in order to be successful. And it starts with patience. You got to have patience if you want to be successful. You got to be willing to wait for the world to catch up with the goals, dreams, and intentions that you have. You've got to allow space and time in order for things to take hold, take root, and to grow. Patience doesn't require neglect. No, 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 no. In fact, you should be paying attention while you're patient. Then Napoleon Hill has to say persistence. He says persistence is the second thing. Persistence is not opposite of patience. You can be persistent while you're being patient. It takes a really skilled person to balance the dichotomy between persistence and patience. And that's what it takes in order to be successful in small multifamily real estate investing. Again, if you're tuning in, we're talking about misconceptions today that real estate investors have before they go into their real estate investment that just tend to scare me as a property manager. In light of the holiday that's coming up of Halloween on October 31st, we're talking about these misconceptions, these things that just they bring fear to my heart because I want you to be successful. I said last night at a Tours and Pours event, I said, I want more for you than I could ever possibly want from you as a partner in your real estate. And I truly believe that. And so Napoleon Hill saying you have to be patient, you have to be persistent, but you also have to have perspiration. Perspiration. And what's interesting is perspiration, hard work is different than persistence. See, because if you're working hard, but you're not being persistent, you're working in all these different directions. You're not working towards a focused common outcome that you're trying to achieve. And you got to be willing to be persistent with that patience in order for that goal to eventually manifest itself in your life the way that you're looking to achieve those things. And so that's why I think Napoleon Hill said patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. So, one of the first misconceptions I want to talk about today is the misconception that you don't need a plan, that you can just buy real estate and somehow you're going to ultimately be successful. You don't need to do any market research. You don't need to compare what you're looking to do versus what's available in the market. You don't put any effort or emphasis into it. You just go buy something. You just go buy a piece of real estate. Is that buying a piece of real estate even in your rental plan? John Maxwell has this to say. He says, everything worthwhile is uphill. And so we want to say, misconception that we're talking about, number one today, is that you don't need a rental plan. Well, you do. You need to have a plan. You need to have an investment plan. You need to have a rental plan. You need to have a marketing plan. You need to plan out what you're trying to achieve. It is not worthwhile to put any time into haphazardness and just working hard in all kinds of different directions. Every successful real estate venture starts with a well laid out plan. And I know that to be true because Proverbs 21:5 has this to say: the plans of the diligent lead to profit, surely as haste leads to poverty. If you're unwilling to plan, look, the good book says that you're headed towards poverty. And so it's extremely important that you understand that if you're going to take some action steps to be successful in real estate, the first action step you can take is to have intentionality behind what you're trying to do. Every investor should have a blueprint of their real estate investing journey, what they're trying to achieve, the roadmap that they're considering, the market conditions, their financial goals, the risk that they're trying to manage, and they should ensure that this structured plan is set up for them to be able to scale. You got to have a plan if you want to be successful in real estate. Misconception number two that frightens me is that you don't have to be self aware to grow your real estate holdings, that you can be one kind of person on the outside and a different kind of person on the inside and expect that you're going to be successful long term and scale an organization. Truth bomb. Understanding oneself is crucial to navigating the unpredictable waters of real estate. You have to know yourself in order to grow yourself. You have to be self-aware if you're going to be successful in any endeavor, much also along the lines of real estate. It's scary to me how many investors that I've come across over my real estate investing career that are just not self-aware. They just don't get it. They don't understand how rude or disrespectful or illegal some of the things are that they want to do. Well, those things will eventually catch up with them. You don't want to be in a situation where you were supposed to do something 3 months ago, and then today you're paying a penalty because you didn't do the right thing 3 months ago. Do the right thing 3 months ago. Do the right thing 6 months ago, so that tomorrow you don't have to watch over your shoulder. Look, I know this to be true because the good book has this to say in Proverbs 4, number 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all thy getting, get understanding. What's the precursor to understanding? Knowledge. You have to know. So the Bible here is clearly stating to you that once you know and you understand, That will allow you to grow into wisdom. Wisdom is the application, the ability to apply what you understand about yourself. Here's something else that you need to understand. You not only need to understand yourself, but you need to understand your rental property. Getting to become aware with your rental property is extremely important as well. Look, there's a misconception out there. Always aim for bigger to earn bigger. That's not necessarily true. This can be a misconception as well. The reality is sometimes there are gems in what you're already doing. So you want to make sure that you not only assess yourself, but you also assess your real estate. That you take some time to consider, you know, before expanding, you assess the potential of your current assets. Could you remodel? Could you shift something around in order for your existing properties to become more profitable, more efficient, get higher returns on those investments? You have to have a strategy for growth. You got to have a plan for growth. You have to have an understanding if you're going to grow anything in this world. And when it comes to real estate investing, the ultimate goal has to be to continue to grow your wealth. That's why that is the intention of investing in real estate. If you own a piece of real estate just so that a relative can live in that property, you're not a real estate investor. That's not real estate investing. Okay? You don't own a business at that point. You're doing somebody a favor. I don't care what the tax things are that you've set up for yourself. Like, it's not real estate investing. Real estate investing is this concept of intentionality of growing wealth through real estate. And so you have to consider that sometimes there are hidden gems in what you already possess. And I know that's true because the Bible has this to say. It says, his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. He took care in Matthew 25:21. The servant took care of the things that he was stewarded. And because he took care of the things that he was stewarded, the ruler gave him the ability to be great over many things. Don't always try to aim for bigger. Sometimes you have to take care of what you've been given in order to be successful. All right. So to get more content like this and stay connected, remember you can subscribe to the YouTube channel or you can go to www.nathanbushmba.com/subscribe. I'd like you to consider this. Partnering with a property manager might be your next strategic move. By ensuring optimal maintenance, tenant satisfaction, financial management, you can focus on scaling and growing. You can get your time back. If you're open to a property manager or if you've considered a property manager, let's chat. We might be able to help you even reshape your investment strategy. Remember, there's a misconception that you don't need a plan. With our expertise, we help investors like you create a roadmap of consistent growth and revenue. We spend the time with you up front to make sure that long term we're helping you meet the goals that you have for yourself. Don't forget that some investors have this misconception that there's no need for self awareness to grow their real estate holdings. But by partnering with Red Maples, you get the advantage of our objective insights and our key market experience. This means better decisions and more ability to grow. You have a team of people around you. A wise man has many counselors. You'll have a team of people around you that help you grow your real estate holdings. If there's something that is an area that you need to grow in, it might be something that our team is able to help point out and to help you have a better understanding so that you can hit goals faster in your real estate career. Look, if you're unwilling to receive feedback, that's a foolish endeavor. The same is true with us as a partner. If we're unwilling to receive feedback from you as the investor, that's a foolish endeavor. That's why working together to become more self aware through partnership is one fast way to grow your real estate holdings. And lastly, remember that third misconception we talked about today is needing something bigger and better to make more money. We specialize in optimizing what you already have, your current properties, so you can maximize your revenues, minimize the costs on those properties. So before jumping into bigger investments, get us on your team. Get somebody together that can help you achieve the goals that you are working towards as a team. Don't try to go at it alone. So, who do you know that I need to speak to? If you wouldn't mind, share this on Facebook. If there's a group or an organization that I need to have this conversation with, these common misconceptions that investors have, I'd be happy to speak to your club, group, or organization. I appreciate you guys tuning in today for another episode of Mind Renovation Nation. If you guys need, you can always reach out to me through YouTube. You can reach out in the comments. If you wouldn't mind, too, before we go today, if you're watching this on replay or watching this for the first time, we were talking about misconceptions. What's one thing that you took away from today that you can take action on and do to help you be more successful in your real estate career? Go ahead and share that one thing that you can do that you can take action on in the comments. All right, guys, have a good afternoon. Talk to you later. Till next time.